Watchmaking, the bi-weekly podcast diving deep into the world of watches, craftsmanship, and the industry. Join us as we uncover personal stories behind your favorite timepieces, explore the latest trends, and discuss business strategies. I am Elizabeth Isakova, your guide in this journey. Coming from a background in political journalism, I am excited to explore the intricate world of watches with you and ask uncomfortable questions. Whether you are a collector, enthusiast, or professional, watchmaking is your gateway to the fascinating realm of horology. Hello and welcome to the next episode of Watchmaking, and thank you for your support of our latest episode on the evolution of wristwatch auctions with Darren Schnipper. I hope we all learned something about how things are done there and what to expect next. And today we're going to talk about those who are not always in the spotlight, but without them, there's a chance that your watch wouldn't be as nice as it is. And I'm talking about the suppliers and their importance for the watch business. And today our guest is Alexandre Catton, director of the EPHJ Trade Show, the world of high precision. So welcome, Alexander.
Thank you very much. Hello.
So first things first, today is the opening of the EPHJ in Geneva, so please tell us about the Salon.
Well, it will be a very nice event this year. We are fully booked. We welcome more than 750 exhibitors this year, with quite a lot of innovations that will be presented as every year this year. We received, a month ago, a lot of documentation for Grand Prix des Exposants, which will be for which the winner will be announced this evening, and there has been a lot of good surprises among the documentation we received.
But this salon is not dedicated directly to watch suppliers. It covers, if I'm not mistaken, also medicine, also jewellery business.
Yeah, but when we talk about watch supplier, which is kind of the roots of the show, when it was first created more than 20 years ago in 2002, the trade show welcomed only watch suppliers, so was dedicated to them. And what happened is kind of a natural evolution and anticipation. The know-how of the suppliers of the watch industry that we welcome in the trade show have potential for other fields of activities, other sectors, just like micromechanics and medical technologies. And what we try to do is to help them to discover, to gain new markets, new business opportunities that will need their know-how.
If we're talking about watch suppliers, what actually was the trigger to start this show? Because 20 years ago, it was 2000, something like people never thought about, I think, suppliers to have their own show.
No, maybe in other activities, but the watch business was kind of, Baselworld was the only trade show dedicated to watch business, and most of the suppliers were attending this event. And one of the founders of the trade show has participated as a supplier to Baselworld for 15 years, and saying, well, in 15 years, I didn't sell one watch part. So what is the aim of participating to this trade show? And when he arrived at the direction of the company, he decided not to participate to this show anymore and to focus on producing, developing, innovating on his special know-how. And he knew there was something that was necessary for the suppliers, but not with the brands that had no time for the suppliers. Well, a few years later, in 2002, the organizers of Baselworld had tried to move suppliers to another area, and he said, okay, this is the time to create a show dedicated to the suppliers.
We just need to mention that we're talking about André Collard.
Yes, André Collard. And with his the co-founder, the other co-founder, which is Olivier Senguer of the trade show, together they organized the first edition with 90 suppliers in 2002, which has been a real success. And the trade show kept on growing year after year in Lausanne at first. And in 2012, the show moved to Geneva at Palexpo, where it is now still developing, not growing on the surface, but developing in the services and things we try to bring to the exhibitors.
And you have new exhibitors this year as well.
Every year we have about 80% of companies that come back to trade show from the previous year, 5% that are coming from previous years that had maybe not participated the year before, and about between 90 and 100 new exhibitors that participate for the first time, which is pretty good because we always bring innovation, it brings new ideas, it opens new business opportunities on the trade show.
You said that it has quite a success through this more than 20 years, but have you received any feedback from the watch companies about the trade show? Most
of them we know through the registration that they're all coming to the trade show. So we know they're coming, we know they visit their exhibitors or the suppliers, and every year we make a plot throughout the exhibitors. And last year we know that 88% of the exhibitors have signed a contract or have received an order or have a potential business coming, which is quite good. So we know brands are coming and have interest in what is presented in the trade show.
Let's talk about the watch suppliers and let's discuss why they are so important for the watch community, for the watch business.
Well, I think, as you mentioned just in the opening, they are kind of working in the shadow. They are the part of the artists in the shadow. They are dedicated to mainly one specific business, one creative, one know-how. So when they start working on, coating, developing straps, bezels, or whatever, they have no other object, no other thing. So this dedication brings a lot of innovation and differentiation. The possibility for a supplier to make business is brought, I believe, by his capacity to innovate and to bring new things to watch brands, if you only talk about brands. For watches, I think this capacity of innovation that is discovered in the trade show is what helps a lot of brands to differentiate from other brands.
I think the great idea of your show is that you merge actually several domains on one platform. You mentioned medical supplies, also some part of aeronautics and watch business. In a way, they are interconnected because, as you mentioned before, the innovations are coming from one domain to the other. So you think it's also important to develop the trade show in different directions in this way?
What I think is important is this transversality or versatility of innovation. A solution that will be brought from one domain, like maybe, aerospace or dental, for instance, and those developments may bring either capacity to differentiate for watch brands, to innovate, to be to be lighter. I would say, what is really one of the big focus in aerospace, to be stronger, to be more resistant to heat, to be and solutions that are found in other business may be useful in watch business, for instance, or what is found in watch business can be used, the precision, the high precision for which suppliers are known, can be used in other fields of activities. This exchange between sectors brings a lot one to another.
What are the attractive features of the Salon which is dedicated to the suppliers? Because I think we need to tell people who are actually buying watches that it's not only like, the brand that is behind the watch, but it's also other people like suppliers.
EPHJ is a trade show. It's a B2B trade show, so it's not really open to the public or to any people. It's really a place where companies will make business. But it is also a place maybe for a place of interest for a collectioner. They're interested in what is to come in the future of the watch brands, because there is a lot of innovation that is here revealed and will come to market within 1-2 years. Or maybe some people are interested in expressing their competence and integrating this business, work for the suppliers, work for the watch brands. So it's a very nice place for youngest, maybe people that are starting or looking for a job, to see what they can do in this industry.
Actually, this is quite an important topic that you mentioned, people who are looking for a job in the industry, because it's been quite a while that people are talking that the watch industry are lacking the workforce. And if I'm not mistaken, last year during the EPHJ, you held a panel talk on the workforce, and people with a mechanical background, they are needed in the watch industry. So do you think that your show helped people to kind of find each other?
For the third year in a row this year, we organized on the last day of the event job dating day. So for people looking for a job or interested in finding a job in the industry of high precision, we gather with our partner JobWatch. We gather the job opportunities that are proposed by our exhibitors. JobWatch does a kind of filtration, receive the potential employee, let's say, see if their resume match the offer of the exhibitors, and then they give the opportunity for those people to meet potential future employers. So on this part, we try to, to help the market and the suppliers. The other thing is by talking about the industry, by revealing the capacity of innovation, what the true passion or genius of those industrial and the evolution of this industry, I think we can also bring people to have more interest in this industry and to join the industry and to complete the lack of employees that we are currently facing. And there are real great opportunities for developing in this industry, starting from the beginning. And if you see the number of exhibitors we have in the trade show and the diversity, it's a field. Finally, it's not only production, it's engineering, it's research, it's huge.
What, in your point of view, are the most common difficulties for the suppliers nowadays on the market?
Well, I would say we have three main difficulties. The first one would be maybe the cost of energy and cost of production. Since Ukraine war started, this is one big point, the cost of production, the price of material, which is another thing, and then the problem to find staff and to what kind of the workforce. This would be, I think, the three main difficulties that the industry meets here. And then on the second point coming now would be the reduction of the production of watches, which we don't know exactly what the repercussion will be for the suppliers.
Yeah, because the amount of watches sold actually this year will be declining, and people are talking that there's a wave now coming down.
But on this point, there are, I think, different views. Last year was, I think, one of the highest points. You were mentioning a wave. This was the highest. So a reduction in the volume. If it's only a reduction, then we come back for regular market. what we try to create with the trade show is to give opportunity for the supplier of the industry to diversify, to find new business opportunities. Maybe if they don't have much business in the watch industry, their know-how may help them to develop in other industries, just like micromechanism or medical technologies.
You mentioned the three main difficulties that suppliers are facing right now, including the price of the materials. Do you think that there's kind of a crisis looming over the watch industry now?
It's an evolution. For maybe 30 years or more, there has been kind of a decline in production. What changes is finally there are less products sold, but at a higher price. So it's a change in the game, finally. And Swiss remain one of the main actors in this evolution, with an augmentation, a raise in the production of those high-value watches.
And still some brands prefer to outsource and to seek for suppliers in other countries, like in China, where the production costs are lower. Do you think it's kind of a danger for suppliers based in Switzerland?
There's a real know-how on suppliers, maybe more specifically on machines, machine development, machine creation, that cannot really be transferred in a second. It will take years to develop this know-how. It's all an education. It's also based on what we try to have, or what we have, which is very specific to Switzerland, is the training of youngest and the development throughout the years from a younger age to being professional. I think this gives us kind of competitive advantage for the moment.
There are a lot of schools based in Switzerland, much more than in China, for example, where they teach you from the scratches how to become not only a watchmaker, but micromechanics, and you can work in different domains as well.
And there is, again, this know-how which happens to be in Switzerland, which can make real difference.
What do you think suppliers lack at the moment?
Staff, I would say, and for sure they don't lack creativity.
And what is, in your opinion, is the biggest achievement so far in the industry? If we're talking about suppliers,
there's so many fields that can be covered. We have a whole chain of production from before and after the finished good itself. So what would be the biggest achievement? If we talk about machines, it would be maybe the reduction of their size, of their consumption. If we talk about coating, it would be maybe work on the colors and the whole rainbow that can be made in colors. There are the resistance of the materials, the new materials that are being produced that can be molded, drilled. Don't know, the new materials for the straps, for instance. So to find the big achievement, I think it's too wide to find one specific thing.
But it's a constant development.
Yes, it's always it's continuous innovation.
We've been seeing many big names now trying to implement the vertical integration in their business. Do you think that it's kind of a danger for independent suppliers, that brands are trying to consolidate the production chains and production under their names?
There are different businesses. You've seen this verticalization. Watch brands have done it a lot in the past. And when the production has reduced, finally they're looking back for suppliers, from external suppliers. And now you can see either watch brands that try to work on this verticalization, and suppliers themselves trying to develop their own verticalization and try to have the whole the whole stream of the production. So when a watch brand get in touch with them, they can produce and they can propose the whole set. We have this verticalization in both the watch brands and the suppliers. And watch brands, I think, will also need the innovation from outside. Suppliers will always be useful to deal with overproduction, lower production, to innovate, to bring their innovation capacity. So I don't think it's a real competition with both. I think both work in parallel, and some has to be done inside, so they have the full control of the production, and a part of it can be done outside, or has to be done outside, to compete again. It's not a proper competition between a supplier and the watch brands, but
to stimulate innovation, maybe.
Yeah, I think, you have the word. Thank you.
Okay, so we got this. And you talked about biggest challenges of the industry in general at the moment, but for you, maybe if we can touch upon this subject, what is the biggest disappointment for you in the industry at the moment?
I don't have really disappointments. I would say it's always what we try to do as a trade show organization is to bring to the light the suppliers, and I think this is one of the main things. Maybe this frustration is to have fewer people interested, maybe, or in this activity, as it is so wonderful. Just have to spend a little time with those suppliers or the manager of those industries, listen to them talking about what they do, and they take you with them in their dreams, in the innovation, and you just have to keep listening to them. Maybe to develop those jobs and communicate more on this, because it's really wonderful.
Because as we found out, suppliers are the main drivers of the innovations in the watchmaking industry.
They are good drivers, and they also answer to the need of someone which will pass an order. One bringing the other, encouraging to be more creative, and the other one trying to bring to his customer finally innovation driven by passion.
And I guess this year will be exceptional because there are now a lot of talks about the new construction site in Bulle, created by Rolex, started by Rolex actually this year, and people will be interested. I think there will be a lot of headhunters at the Salon and those who would like to work there.
And we'll find out where people go after. Will they stay with the suppliers? Will they move to the watch brands? They are needed everywhere, and this is where there are real job opportunities for now and in the future developing in those industries.
And then coming back to the Salon and this job dating last day Friday, what is the domain which is most which domain is most interesting for headhunters and job seekers? Is it watch business, medicine?
As I said, half of the exhibitors are working for watch business, medical technologies business. The other half, 90% are working for the watch business, 50% are working for, let's say, 50-60% working for micromechanical business.
Within the watch business as well, not really.
It's not only one business you're aiming for. You're aiming for a know-how, for technology that can be implemented in various fields of activities. And I think this is creativity may not be driven only by one industry, but looking for new opportunities and new application for a creation is what bring or helps to develop, I think, the industry.
Yeah. Okay, so there are several questions for you, not directly related to suppliers, but we can talk about them. First is, what is one thing you wish people knew about suppliers?
I think it's a teamwork. Either you're a supplier or a watch brand, or within the watch brand and the supplier facility, I would say, it all comes to working together. I think this is one of the important things now, is communicating and bringing to light those know-how and trying to attract more people to work for these industries, because there are many fields of application.
And maybe to bring to light those who work in the shadows.
Indeed. This is what we aim to do, and to develop business opportunities for all of them.
Yeah, exactly. So what are, for you, the three most important aspects or features of a watch?
Yeah, I would say it's simplicity in the complication is, I think, what brings, well, it's not about bringing, but simplicity is really something which is complicated to achieve, and simplicity in complication is really one of the big goals, I would say.
And if you could only wear one watch for the rest of your life, which one will it be?
Maybe the watch I have today, which I received for my 40th birthday, which really represents something. It's not about a brand, it's about a design, people that have offered it to me, and finally what the emotion it has with it.
Does it have a complication?
Yes.
So yeah, we're coming back to the complication.
It's a power reserve only. And the date, sorry, so we'll make two.
Okay, still complication. And last question, if you can meet and have dinner with one person from the watchmaking world, dead or alive, who will it be?
I will make a banquet to have all of them on this really, I think I couldn't answer to this one. Just because I would say it's the teamwork, and I think what is really interesting in this is not talking with one person, but with the many, and with meeting and exchanging with many people. You have creativity that is brought up, you have laugh, tears, and everything, and this is what is important in the business and in having a dinner.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for you to have everything at once in one salon, because you have breakfasts, you have dinners for watch suppliers, not only for watch suppliers, for your suppliers. And yeah, you guys are welcome to come to Palexpo and discover all the innovations for yourself. So thank you, Alexandre, for coming to our show.
Thank you very much for welcoming me here.
And that's it for today. Join me again in 2 weeks' time for the next episode, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to easily find us again. Until next time, viva watchmaking!